Have you ever been outside on a bright, sunny day, looked up, and spotted a pale, ghostly version of the moon hanging in the blue sky? It's a beautiful sight, but it can also be a bit confusing. Aren't the sun and the moon supposed to take turns, sun by day, moon by night? Well, it turns out that's one of the biggest myths about our solar system. The moon is actually up in our daytime sky just as often as it is at night. So, why don't we see it more often? And what makes it possible to see it at all when the sun is blazing? Let's unravel this celestial mystery together. First, let's clear up that common misconception. The idea that the moon is always on the opposite side of the Earth from the sun is simply not true. If it were, the only time we'd ever see a full moon is during a lunar eclipse, which is obviously not the case. The moon orbits the Earth, and this journey takes about a month. As it travels, its position relative to the sun and Earth is constantly changing. This is what gives us the different phases of the moon, from the slender crescent to the brilliant full moon. There's only one specific time when the moon is truly opposite the sun in our sky. That's during a full moon. At this phase, the sun sets in the west just as the moon rises in the east. They are on opposite sides of the sky, which is why you won't see a full moon during the day. The opposite is true for a new moon. During this phase, the moon is positioned between the Earth and the sun. From our perspective, it's very close to the sun in the sky, and the side facing us is not illuminated. It's lost in the sun's glare and completely invisible to us, day or night. But what about all the other phases in between? That's when the magic happens. For roughly 25 days out of every month, the moon is visible in the daylight sky for some period of time. On average, you can spot it for about 6 hours a day during this window. The best times to look for the daytime moon are during its first and last quarter phases. When the moon is in its first quarter, it rises around noon and sets around midnight. This means it's high in the eastern sky during the afternoon. Conversely, during the last quarter, the moon rises around midnight and sets around noon, making it visible in the western sky all morning. So, if it's up there so often, why isn't it as obvious as it is at night? The answer lies in our own atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is a beautiful, life-giving blanket of air, but it also acts as a filter for light from space. It's filled with tiny particles of nitrogen and oxygen. When sunlight, which is made of all the colors of the rainbow, enters our atmosphere, these particles get to work. They are especially good at scattering light with short wavelengths, like blue and violet light. This scattered blue light fills the sky in every direction, which is why the sky appears blue to us. This scattered sunlight is so bright that it completely overpowers the faint light coming from distant stars and planets. It's like trying to see a single candle flame in a brightly lit stadium. The stars are still there during the day, but their light is drowned out by the brilliance of our own sky. This is why we can't go stargazing in the afternoon. But the moon is different. It's our closest celestial neighbor, only about 239,000 miles away. Because it's so close, the sunlight it reflects back to us is incredibly bright. It's actually the second brightest object in our sky, right after the sun. This reflected light is powerful enough to cut through the scattered blue light of our daytime sky. It's a cosmic battle of brightness, and the moon is just strong enough to hold its own. However, it doesn't win the battle completely. The blue light from the atmosphere still washes it out, making the daytime moon look pale, faint, and almost transparent compared to its brilliant nighttime self. When you see it at night, the sky is black, providing a perfect dark backdrop that makes the moon's reflected light pop. During the day, it's competing with the sun's light being scattered everywhere. Here's a fun fact to think about. If Earth had no atmosphere, like the moon itself, our sky would always be black. We would be able to see the moon, the stars, and the planets all the time, even with the sun shining brightly. We could see the moon for up to 12 hours every single day. The blue sky is what makes daytime moon spotting a special treat. So, how can you become a better daytime moon watcher? The key is knowing when and where to look. You can use a simple moon phase calendar or an astronomy app on your phone. These tools will tell you the moon's current phase and its rise and set times for your location. Remember, after a new moon, as it waxes towards a full moon, look for it in the afternoon sky towards the east. After the full moon, as it wanes back to a new moon, look for it in the morning sky towards the west. The first and last quarter phases are your best bet. At these times, the moon is at a 90-degree angle to the sun from our viewpoint, which places it far enough from the sun's glare to be easily visible. So next time you're outside on a clear day, take a moment to scan the sky. You might be surprised to find our beautiful natural satellite keeping you company, a subtle reminder of the vast and wonderful universe that surrounds us, even in the middle of the day. It's a simple, amazing phenomenon that connects us to the cosmos. Thank you so much for joining me on this cosmic journey today. If you enjoyed learning about the daytime moon, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the wonders of our universe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever spotted the moon during the day. Until next time, keep looking up.